Hi, today's date is December 3rd, 2021. For today's video source inspection, we are filming a fully refurbished ST-260 SRD. Due to confidentiality reasons, I will not share my customer's identity with you, but so they can identify this tool as their own, I'll share their location, which is the state of New York, and their PO number, which is 502-019-594. The purpose for today's video is to show this tool is fully functional and ready for installation into our customer's fab. We're going to demonstrate this by running a complete recipe, which includes a 60-second rinse, followed by a 90-second dry 1, before we do a 300-second dry 2. So let's see what we're working with today. We'll open the door, and we have N2. We're running glass, about 5 squares. We're going to start the recipe, and I'll go over our equipment we provide at Sitek, our refurbishment process, as well as our spare parts and service support. So let's begin. So we're going to rinse. When we switch to dry, instead of the water falling down, it'll start to slowly twirl, and there will be less and less droplets of water as we progress through the recipe. Let's talk equipment. This is a refurbished SRD. We provide refurbished semi-tool SRDs as well as Vertec SRDs, as we are the owner of Vertec SRDs after purchasing this line from Martech a few years back. We can provide the STs, the F, and the S model SRDs. So the SRDs are our bread and butter, but that's not all we can do for you. Hot item we have available right now are spray solvent tools. We have a handful. They're known as the SSTs for short, but get them while they're here because they're going to be gone fast. Other equipment we provide outside of the semi-tool SRDs, the Vertec SRDs, and the semi-tool spray solvents include, but are not limited to, box washers such as the HTC 8010, 8020, and 8030. You might know them as Fluoroware instead of HTC. We're switching to our dry now. That's why you no longer see it water falling, and we're going to spin, and it's just going to start twirling in a circular motion. We provide mask cleaners including K&S and Ultra T models, metrology tools including profilometers, lipsometers, resistivity, and more. And we can supply barrel ashers and etchers, YES ovens, as well as a variety of microscopes too. Visit our website www.sitekprocess.com to see all of our equipment offerings, as well as our spare parts, our repair offerings, and more. If you have any questions or are not sure what piece of equipment is the best fit for you, call us at 916-797-9000. If you know what you want, you can submit an RFQ through our website, or you can email us directly at sales@sitekprocess.com. So we're at a higher speed. We're nice and smooth. We have heat. Our door is sealed. So far, so good with this recipe. Just under 30 seconds left here, and then we'll slow it down for 300 additional seconds. So that's the equipment we provide. Let's go ahead and jump into our refurbishment process. Every SRD that comes to Sitek for refurbishment goes through the same extensive refurbishment process. First, we take the tool and break it down to the component level. From there, we chemically clean and electropolish all metal parts, as well as individually test and inspect all parts for function. Okay, we're nice and smooth, and we're ramping down still. Far less droplets of water than we began with. Once all parts are prepped, that is when we start building SRDs from the ground floor up. And once we build up a complete head assembly, that's when it goes into our first QC checkpoint, dry test. In dry test, we test and inspect the SRD for full function without facilities installed. So once we make our adjustments in dry test, that's when we go to step 2, which is wet test. This is where we test and inspect the SRD for full function with facilities installed. All right, we're nice and slow, still nice and smooth. All our indicator lights that are on, or should be on, are on. Once the tool passes wet test, we go to the final configuration, which you see before you today, and we like to call it final test. So that means any poly necessary is with the SRD, This is exactly how the customers will be installing it in their fab. Unless they pull an SRD from a double stack and just send us the bare head, you'll see many configurations on our YouTube channel. You'll see double stacks, single heads, you'll see single heads on a cart, you name it. In final test, we run over 50 various process recipes with different speeds and times. We like to call this burn-in testing. This ensures that the tools are ready for plug-and-play installation into our customers' fabs. Lastly, we film a video source inspection. Especially with COVID, by the way, we take COVID very seriously. I will be putting my mask on right after the video. We take it off when we film so you can hear us better. Now, the person behind the camera has their mask on. Our manufacturing floor, our sales and administrative teams all wear masks. We take it very seriously here at Sitek. Back to my point, a lot of customers like to accept the tool by watching the video before we put it in the crate and get it ready for shipment. So that's an advantage of our final test area with the video source inspections. And we are crowded, we are busy, so if you have any needs, call us and we'll get you on our schedule. Okay, we're nice and smooth. We have 2 minutes, 30 seconds or so left in the recipe. We've gone over our refurbishment process, we've gone over our equipment, as well as COVID-19 protocols at Sitek. Let's talk about spare parts and service support. Sitek is the worldwide leader in semi-tool SRD spare parts and service support, as well as Vertec SRD spare parts and service support too. But let's stick to the semi-tools here. This is a semi-tool video. Larger components of the tool that we repair, in addition to providing a new or refurbished condition, include controllers such as the 228, 328 controller in this case, PSC 101s and 102s. We can rebalance rotors. We rebuild motors, which include the brush type in this SRD, as well as brushless type on the newer Model S's. Other components we repair that are on the newer models include the amps, the servo amps that are LC4s or LC5s. This tool doesn't utilize that because it has the brush type motor I just mentioned, not the brushless. Other parts we provide include windows, door seals, start switches, stop switches, micro door switches, pressure switches, N2 filters, the heater cartridge, heater blanket, anti-static module, then the rotor stop positioner, which we call RSP for short. We'll get to that at the end of the recipe. Solenoid valves and two-side ACR valve, DI ACR valve. This tool doesn't use them, but tach sensors for the F and the S models, and any part you need on the SRDs, isolators, 100% spare parts and service means 100% spare parts and service. If I missed anything, we more than likely provide it because we're the worldwide leader in SRD spare parts and service. All right, we're nice and smooth. We only see a handful of very small droplets on the water. 40 seconds left to go. Our heat error indicator is still on. Our door seal is still inflated. You don't want to pull your door open too early because you can cause damage to your door. When the recipe ends, there'll be the 9 on the controller. And with the ST models, there's a delay. So there's about a 20 to 30 second delay for the RSP I mentioned before. We'll fire the rotor into the 12 o'clock position. And from there, we also need the door seal to release the air. Our indicator lights will tell us when we're ready to open the door. Another tool we provide spare parts and service for are the Fluoroware or HTC. Box washers, we provide spare parts for those. We also service those tools as well as mask cleaners if you need to have one of those refurbished. Okay, we are slowing down in speed. Our heater is turned off. Our door seal is still inflated because it's not safe to open yet. For obvious reasons, you want to wait till the cassette's in 12 o'clock because the last thing you want to do is spill your glass on the floor. That's true for a lot of walks of life. We're at the holidays. Be safe, everyone. Okay. Door seal released air after the RSP fired. You heard the RSP, but not the door seal. But here we go. Warm N2. We have residual drop of water in the bowl. This is good. We don't want our bowl to be bone dry. Cassette is warm to the touch, and our glass is completely dry, which is a good thing in this case. Anyways, we thank you today for watching today's video source inspection. Our customer is going to be ecstatic to reinstall this in their fab. Enjoy the holidays. We'll see you next time.